Do you remember, I'm going to throw this back. MySpace, they had like something called like blingies. They were like words and they were glittery and you could put it on MySpace or something like that. Do you remember that?
Honestly, I don't. I was like barely on MySpace.
Okay, that makes sense. I because this is such a niche thing that I don't think many people would understand what I'm talking about. But back then, you would like write like Emily Jane, and then there'd be like it'd be flashy and glitter. That's what your website looks like, and I'm obsessed. Your Emily
Um,
Jane is a MySpace blingy.
I'm gonna have to tell my sister-in-law who designed my website that like I could take no credit for it. I just like I gave her some pictures. She picked out the color scheme and like figured out how it was all gonna look, and she helps me update it every time. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So,
It's
but
great.
she's brilliant.
Tell her it's good. All of it. I log in and I go, oh my gosh, I'm gonna love this webpage. And she did a really good job everywhere else. So this is for your sister-in-law. There you go.
Thank you.
I also have to bring up your About Me section of your website. So I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but at the last part of like the whole long bio, it says you embellished some of it and made up some of it as like a bio. Which parts were made up? Do you remember?
I don't even remember what it says. I don't think I don't think I've looked at it in a long time. What did I make up?
I remember like reading it. I was like, man, she's good. And then at the end, I'm like, are you kidding me? She made half this up. I was like, this is great. This is good. But
I mean,
you did say one thing though. You said, like underneath it said I'm gonna quote this. Okay. I love parties and dancing, especially to really dirty booty house music.
that is
Is
true.
that real?
That
Oh,
is true.
thank God. I gotta do this. The first question is, what song are you dancing to? Like, if it comes on, what song are you dropping it low to?
Okay, so there's a song. I'll tell you. There are probably lots of songs, but this is the first one that comes to my mind. There's a song, and I think it was originally an Eddie Murphy song.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, but like a couple years ago, it became like a remix of the song became really big in the house music scene. And the lyrics of the song are like, my girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Um,
I love that.
so like the year that it kind of like blew up in the house music scene. And I was like hearing it all the time. And I told the kids that my kids that it was my bedtime song. So when they would tuck me in, they would have to sing my bedtime song. And like I think she was like 9 or 10 at the time. My younger kid would like tuck me in, like kiss me goodnight and sing my song to me.
I needed. I gotta pick a song. You know what song that I really enjoy dancing to, like around my house, because it never plays in clubs and it makes sense. It's old. It is. This is so embarrassing. I love dancing to "Father Figure" by George Michael.
Oh yeah, that's a great song to dance to. That
I
has like a really good
I'm
dance vibe.
really into it. Let me be yeah. I love that song. But when you're going to like a bar or anything, oh, I did one time really get into I'm throwing this back. It's called "Son of a Preacher" by Dusty Springfield. Um, it
Okay.
was it was like a niche one too back in like the 70s maybe. I played that in some dive bars. I'm like, back off. Let me dance.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Um, I'm going to move on to your. Wait, hang on. I forgot. Now that we don't do audio with this, I can show you my new library, my library pick that I picked up today. We have this.
Ah, lovely. Such a good summer read.
So I literally went to because also have Mystery Yet. So I also went online to my library and I was like, okay, where's some Emily Jane books? And so there's one. What is it? Like an hour away, like in the library, and I was like, bring it to me. So this is from an hour away from my hometown. I'm so excited to read it. But I have to say, you did go on a tour for Mr. Yay, your new book. It was called the Midwest Camper Van Tour, correct?
That's right.
Okay. So, if people don't know, you went like you traveled to your book signings via camper van, correct? That's pretty
That
much the
is
basic, right?
correct.
Okay, first off, I need to know, did you go to hotels and sleep or do you sleep in the car? Like the van.
Oh, we slept in the van.
Oh,
Except
okay.
for except for I had a tour stop in St. Louis and just determined that the nearest campground was too far from the tour stop to like travel after that stop and get there early enough to like cook dinner and whatnot. So in St. Louis, I slept in a hotel. But other than that, we slept in the van.
I need to tell you, my on my like I have lists everywhere. And one of my lists, I really want to do car camping, which probably my car's less a lot smaller than a camper van. If I ever went, this is kind of different from your thing, but if I ever went car camping or I went to camper van and I started camping, what should I bring along? What did you learn that you should have brought and I should bring?
Um, what did we learn? Well, I guess I would say on this, we didn't have enough blankets. We
Ooh.
realized like the first night. I just like got this one. I mean, it's like it's a legit camper van. Like I designed the inside of it, like built it out.
Oh,
So it's really cute. And I just was like a single. It had like a single bedspread, and it was like kind of cold that first night, and like we like piled sweatshirts on top of us. And traveling with my husband, he's like driving the van the whole time. So we had to stop at Target and get ourselves some blankets to to cover up because it was too cold. We like hadn't planned for ahead of time.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so I do have duvets. I always try to do the thing where like I went camping for the first time like a couple of years ago, like a tent camping. I went by myself. I went in Amish country, Wisconsin. I don't live by Amish country, Wisconsin. I just I just drove to it. So I love trying new things, but I'm like, okay, if you're doing that, but I cannot believe I didn't know you did the whole inside yourself.
Well, I didn't build it. I designed it. So I like hired a guy who knows how to like do plumbing and electrical work and whatnot. But I got to design it so it's like sparkly inside. The paint is sparkly. You can like get glitter and dump it in your paint, and has like a little hook for my disco ball over the bed. It's really cute.
I am like metaphorically shaking. We are the same person with our sparkle stuff. You got my space blingies, you got sparkle paint. Where have you been all my life? When you did the camper van tour, what was your single like what was your reason? Were you like, okay, this is part of the book, we're gonna do this, or was it something where you're like, I I'm just gonna do it? Like why camper van?
Yeah, so one is like I just got this camper van and I don't know like what compelled me to like finally do it and get the camper van. I've been like thinking about it for a really long time, but I finally got it and I picked it up last October, but it was too cold to use it. So I knew that the first time I was going to use it was going to be like once the weather warmed up this year. And and also that I had a book coming out. But I think like the thing that I was thinking about was last October I did this tour around the East Coast, like in New England in October, and I was with four other science fiction fantasy authors. My one of my friends, who's an amazing science fiction author, like put this together. It was a traveling science fiction and fantasy festival. And we traveled around and we had these different tour events. But one of the things that we did that I thought was really cool was that we visited all of these bookstores in between our tour stops. So I think we visited like 20 some bookstores over the course of a couple of days. And I just thought it was like a really cool kind of concept to like do that and connect with booksellers and like it's like such a fun stop to make if you're traveling. You're like, I'm driving for an hour and like we're gonna stop here at this cute little bookstore and like it was really lovely. And so I thought when I got the camper van, I was like, well, I want to do a tour. I want to do it with this camper van and I want to kind of replicate what I did with this traveling science fiction and fantasy festival. And then it was just a matter of like I got a call from a bookstore in um, Bloomington, Illinois, and they were like, "Are you going on tour?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm going to go on tour. I haven't planned anything yet." So that kind of made me decide like I was going to plan my route around that, and that was like my first stop.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I get inspired easily, so don't talk me into it. I have no book and I have no tour, but find me a camper van and I'm there. Uh, I actually, I was gonna do, no one knows this. So I think that like two people know it. I was going to do I live in the Midwest, like by Chicago. So I was gonna do like a Midwest podcast, like not tour, but I was gonna go to independent bookstores and I was going to interview them and like have like a local author come in and we talk everything. I was worried about the cost of like hotels and driving all the time. But I'm like, okay, what if I got something like a car camping thing? So now you're gonna inspire me to do a Midwest podcast tour with a really small car. I'm excited now.
You totally should. It will be an adventure. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I need that. Um, but back to you. You have, as of right now, five. I almost said $5. Me too. 5 books. So, like, where's my cash? So, in a Cincinnati magazine interview, the journalist says, and I liked how she put this. She says, Emily's books feature everything from aliens to sea monsters, a hybrid of sci-fi, fantasy, and speculative fiction that defies being boxed into one genre, which, to me, I absolutely love as a reader. I love, and you use the word genre bending a lot, and I think that's perfect. What I don't hear a lot is publishers always saying, because I see a lot of, I mean, I interview a lot of authors who are like, we have to write one genre for one publisher, that kind of thing. To me, you're breaking ceilings. I appreciate it as a reader.
Thank
Were
you.
you nervous? You're welcome. Were you nervous when you wrote your first book that you didn't fit into one box and you were afraid people weren't going to like it, weren't going to pick it up, that kind of thing?
I should have been nervous. I should have been, but I wasn't because I wasn't really thinking about I wasn't thinking about any of this from the perspective of sales or marketing or like how am I going to sell a book? Like I was thinking about what do I want to write about
Yep.
and what is the art about and what does my soul tell me to produce? And I think you're absolutely right that I think that readers are receptive to books that don't fit in any particular category. Like readers want that, I think.
Mhm.
It's just like on the publishing side, it's a little bit harder because the publishers, for the most part, like to be able to say it's this, like this is how we pitch it, this is how we describe it, this is the shelf that it fits on. And I do think that that can make it harder for authors who are not operating on, strict genre lines um, to find success and to publish books. But I had no idea at the time. Like when I started writing, I was just like doing what I was doing.
You're like, I love writing, and that's pretty much it. Like every book is your passion project. That's okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
worked
great.
out. You're gonna get this question. You probably have this question for like the past like 30 years. I'm gonna ask it though. 30 years plus too. Where do you get your ideas from? They're funky and I love it. And how do you do it? That was it. Period. Yeah. That's
I
done.
don't know. Okay, so it's kind of all over the place. Like sometimes there will be like a particular thing that I start thinking about that kind of inspires me. Like I would say about my debut, which is On Earth as It Is on Television. It's about like spaceships show up over most of Earth's major cities. They're there for about a day, and then they leave, and nobody knows why they came or why they left, or if they're coming back, or why all the cats are acting weird. So that was a very much inspired by like me kind of actively thinking about um, the fact that like I wouldn't believe that aliens were real unless like I saw them up there in the sky. Like legit like huge spaceships. Like it's a result of my husband. He's like one of those ancient alien guys and he's always showing me
Yep. Those are my
he's
brother.
always showing me like grainy footage And I'm like, okay, yeah, but I don't really believe it. Like anybody could just like make this. You know, I want to believe it, but like I can't. So it was like based on this idea of like, what if it's so obvious to your naked eye that like you can't not believe it. Um, and then some of the ideas that I've had are just like, I don't know, I wake up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden it's in my head. And I don't know where it came from or why. My werewolf book, American Werewolves, that was a result of my husband being like, you should write a book about werewolves. And then I started laughing because it just seemed like a ridiculous idea for me to write a book about werewolves. And I did, because why not?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, so your werewolf cover, the American Werewolf cover has like a leg or something. When you said about the grainy footage, oh, that gets me every time. My mom, I'm calling her out. She does the Ancient Aliens. I take a nap during it sometimes. If I, it puts me to sleep. I hate saying it, but the American Werewolves remind me. If you do a quick look, like if you go like this has a point. It looks like a Bigfoot leg, but not really. So this is my thing. Okay, you're gonna be like, what the heck? I am always seeing Bigfoot in things because my mom is obsessed and thinks it's real. Bigfoot is my mom's Ancient Aliens.
Okay.
So I understand what you mean because it's all grainy footage. There is mother my mom needs to show me Bigfoot. But with your husband saying, "Oh, look at the spaceship," I need a Bigfoot story where you I don't know, I don't actually want to read it because I feel like it'd be terrible for anybody to write it. But I need a Bigfoot story so you see him in person and now you believe. And that's it. That's the whole novella.
Well, someday I am gonna write a Bigfoot
Are
story
you
because
really?
that's one of the things that my husband's like, when are you gonna write the Bigfoot story? I'm like, well, someday. Like, I don't know
I,
what the story is yet, but
if
someday
it's
it'll
written by
happen.
you, I will do it. If it's written by me, I will never. Because I can't. But I get it. It's just like the aliens. I won't get into aliens, but that is the perfect. Okay, wait. I'm so everywhere, Emily. It's like I had 8 cups of coffee and I didn't. Going back to your, it comes in your head. Are they dreams?
Sometimes,
Really?
sometimes they're like giant dreams, or sometimes they're just like things that I see when I wake up in the middle of the night. I have this like really scary story that I wrote. I don't know if I'll ever publish it. It's like probably the darkest novel that I ever wrote. Um, and in the novel, like this woman gets like sucked into a mirror and then like is on the other side of the mirror watching her mirror self, who's like now on the real side, basically have an affair with the neighbor, and she's like terrified of like like watching this happen. And that like I have a really big mirror in my bedroom, and I like woke up in the middle of the night one night and like looked into the mirror and I just like saw that happen, and I was like, that's scary.
Oh my God. The problem is you're saying all these good things, and now you said it. You said I probably won't publish it, but now I need it. Now we all need. I'm speaking for every reader ever. Now we need the mirror story.
I
Oh
know,
my.
someday it's like, it's like, I think you're like curating kind of like a mixtape, right? So like if I publish this now, I feel like people who've read my work and who like my work would be like, wait a second, Emily, this is very dark. And like, do you, I don't want to like alarm them by how dark it goes. We kind of have to like dabble into the darkness a little bit, and then we'll get there.
I've always said to people or authors too, a lot of authors have dreams, like Stephanie Meyer in Twilight and a lot of my friends, and they have like really vivid dreams. They have like a phone next to their nightstand, so they do like little notes when they wake up. My dreams are about like I got cotton candy and went and saw Jennifer Hudson. You know what I mean? Like I I don't have those kind of dreams, and I wish I did. You just see things.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. Like, I think, I don't know, like as an author, as an artist, a lot of it feels like it's like stuff just is like downloaded into your brain somehow.
I do have to bring up too, you wrote, back to Mr. Ye, you wrote Mr. Ye in 2016, I read somewhere. Like, was that your first ever, like, book that you read or wrote?
No, that was my, I think the fifth novel that I wrote.
Okay.
Um, but it was the first book that I wrote where I really felt like this is me. This is like me writing when I want to write, kind of like the type of story I want to write. The voice of the story was me. I think it took me several books of dabbling in like different genres with kind of different voices before I felt like solidified in that.
I, if I won this, but I went back to university as an, what do they call me, an older student? I don't know. Older adult. And I'm a journalism major now. And so it took me a while to find my voice too. Even I'm a nonfiction writer because of that. It's funny how we start out as writers and we're like, we like to write, we're really good at this, and then you grow. I don't see myself growing until the end. So it was.
Right.
Do you see that too? Like I don't see the
Yeah,
beginning in the
I
middle.
mean, absolutely. Like I didn't I think like those first four books when I wrote them, I was like, "Oh, these are great." Like this is me like doing what I'm doing. And it wasn't until after the fact, after I had finished the fifth one that I was like, "Oh, okay." And even then like so I finished it in 2016 and then I wrote a lot of books after that. I was just like I was writing at a very fast clip and I just kept going and going. And when my editor picked Mr. Ye as the book that he wanted to publish, off of like a list of books that I had given him, like here's all the books you can pick from. I went back and I edited the whole thing. So because like when I went back and read it, I was like, well, wait a second. Like I thought I was really good at the time, but that's not my voice anymore. Not
Yep.
exactly. Like the tone is and like the story is, but like I'm like a better writer than I was then. So I did a lot of reworking of like just the sentence structure and the language in the book.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad I'm validated in that spot because I'm like, I swear I don't know when I got better, but I think I did.
Well, I mean, if you're practicing art, like whatever it is, you're always growing. Like if
Yep.
you're an artist or a musician or like any type of thing that you're doing, you're gonna get better with it over time, hopefully. You'll just keep getting better.
I also need to ask real quick. I saw somewhere, it might have been your Instagram. I don't remember. Oh my goodness. But you said Mr. Ye had parts of your brother in it. Can you tell me which parts?
Um, yeah, so my brother was a rapper.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, he was a rapper. When he was like it was around the time that I wrote Mr. A. He had like kind of was he still he might have still been rapping at the time, but he had been. He like had a couple albums. His rapper name was Deluxe. Um, and like I still call him Deluxe to this day because of this experience, and my kids both call him Deluxe. So it just like inspired this character as the rapper. And there are a few lyrics in the raps that are remnants from deluxe raps that he actually wrote.
Deluxe is so good. Does obviously if he has parts of his like lyrics in there, does he know? And what are her thoughts?
Oh
His
yeah.
good.
Yeah, he knows. Like I asked him if I could use his raps like in the book, and like they're not exactly his raps because I had to modify them to fit like what's actually in the book. But there's like a few lines here and there. He knows that they're there, and I mean he loves it. He's wonderful. Like we're very close. He lives a mile from me. He Now he's a DJ, and he DJ'd my book launch after party, which was wonderful. And like he's read everything I've written, and this is one that he told me he like cried at the end. Um, just it's very like it's a very the ending of the book is like very like happy tears. Like it's so nice and will make you cry in a good way.
So whenever I meet you, I'm having you sign Mr. Ye, and then I need you to pass off to your brother a mile down the street for him to sign Mr. Ye for me.
Okay.
It'll be you, and then it'll be him right next to each other. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I dropped something. Sorry. But it has to happen. What's his first name? Can you say that?
Oh, his first name, Anthony.
Anthony. Okay. I don't know where he got Deluxe from, but I love Deluxe.
Yeah, Deluxe without an E. It's up there. Like, he's got a video up there somewhere. I think you can still find it. Deluxe without an E
Deluxe.
music video.
Good for him. Proud of him. Okay, so what is next for Emily Jane? And can you spill any legal tea, I would say that, on Give the People What They Want, your next book in 2027?
Yeah, so I have a book coming out 2027, March 9th, 2027. It is up for pre-order. It would be lovely if you pre-order it. It's great. You'll enjoy it. It's a book about an AI shopping assistant who is programmed to give the people what they want and help them find what it is that they're looking for. And this AI shopping assistant basically goes rogue and decides to give these two humans who it perceives as its brother and sister, because they're the children of its creator, what it thinks that they want. So kind of like destroys the sister's like corporate career, like by closing her office and like locking everything down. And then the brother is like a writer, a failed writer who like didn't publish or finish writing his second book, and the AI decides to finish writing and publish it for him. So it's there's a lot of chaos. It's fun. It's a fun book.
Will I get scared about our future in real life? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I think like
It's so,
it's
oh,
um it's dystopian, but like when I think about all the ways that like AI could be dystopian, this is like, well, it's way more dystopian for the corporations than it is for like the individual humans. So it almost makes it like a little bit happy for us, right?
right.
Um It is, I mean, as an author, it's like a little bit terrifying because imagining like AI doing something like that, like having your work taken from you and like, published, rewritten or like finished without your consent and then published under your name would be terrifying. But his actual story, like when you read it, it doesn't read as like a scary story. It reads as in like when I was writing it, my husband was like think of like the Big Lebowski, right? It's just this kind of like wild, meandering journey that he's on.
Okay, fine. Talk me into it. I love this already. I love it. We're pre-ordering. Um, Emily, I I shouldn't do this, but I sometimes do, and you can say no. Do you have any questions for me for as a reader? I always that's an open-ended question. Yes, no, it's up to you.
Wait, what's on your bracelet?
Oh, wait, I love that. So, I love Harry Styles. So, it says Mrs. Styles on here,
Okay,
and when
awesome.
it's like, because some beads break off, I go to this girl at my work and say, "Can you restring my Mrs. Styles bracelet?" And I have tricked. I shouldn't say that. I have told these two 9 and 10-year-olds that I'm married to Harry Styles, and they think the bracelet solidifies it. So I have no ring, nothing, and I'm like, this is proof.
Well, that's
So,
that's what happens when you get married. Like your husband is like, here's your bracelet.
mm-hmm,
We do the
mm-hmm,
little like bracelet exchange,
exactly.
and
They didn't even ask if like he's providing for the family on tour or anything. They just said, "Okay, sounds great." Like, Mrs. Styles, that is my bracelet, and that was the
amazing.
question. Because sometimes people ask questions, they're like, "What is in your future in 5 years?" I'm like, "Don't."